So Rod Wave just dropped a track, and it's pretty impressive. It's up to 7 million views, called Call Your Friends. And it's incredible because he's such an independent artist. He isn't signed to Jay-Z's Rockefeller Records. He's not signed to West Coast Dr. Dre. He's just doing it on his own, and he's doing a great job with that, because Call Your Friends, you know, I was expecting some kind of slow, romantic R&B for the ladies track, but he actually comes through with some fast rapping in his own R&B style, stylistically. But he's talking about stuff like, you know, how coming from a broken home, phone won't stop ringing once he's become famous. You know, mental health here is a big focus, and I love the way he's crafted these lyrics as well as the background sounds and instrumentals.
He's one of those artists that every time we listen to him, we could tell that he puts a lot of thought into his songwriting. He covers concepts that most artists would be afraid to cover, especially coming from the era of having big money and being flashy. Everything that he's talking about is so intimate, and I think that that's why his audience connects to him so quickly. And even for us, even though his style isn't 100% our favorite, we get something from his songs. One of the things he was talking about is how when he got on, people calling and saying they got all these business ideas of what they're gonna do with the money, acting like it's not a favor for them. And it's like, that's really deep for an artist that's 25 to be thinking on that level. Definitely.
Yeah, the line was, if it wasn't for favors, they would never call you.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things where, you know, I got heard on the radio by a shout out that I did for a radio station, and then I had people that I hadn't talked to in a long time trying to hit me up, and I was like, this is that Rod Wave thing. But I just like the fact that it's a topic that you wouldn't have expected him to come out with, and it's got a variety of different visual images from what he's describing, from, you know, being able to make pain into a journey that he's showing you as what it's been like for him as an artist. He's being realistic and talking about sometimes he really does just need somebody to talk to, but he feels like he doesn't have that because it changes the relationship between you and other people once you have fame.
Yeah, and that has to be really complicated, right? To be going through those types of mixed emotions. You know, he talks about buying a Bentley or buying a Royce and then not really wanting it because he wanted to show it off to his mom, but then thinking it was just his own pride that pushed him to that point. And so, like, even he doesn't believe in his own vanity. And I just think that ability to be open about who you are as a person and trying to grow, that reflection, this is what I think the key to being a developed artist is, right? Like, he's probably going to stay successful as long as he keeps relating to his audience through his own experiences instead of trying to prove a point to them. Like, look how cool I am, look what I could do. And then his voice is amazing. Like, can we not deny the fact that the man raps? Like, I'm not saying he's like a lyrical rapper, but he's able to seamlessly go in and out of rapping and singing in such you know, force. His music is very blues like to me.
Yeah. He's got that same Moray feeling with Quicksand, where he's able to ride that line with the kind of bluesy singing, but also rapping. Whereas in other times we've seen with different artists that have tried to, like Youngboy NBA, try to ride that line between singing and rapping and not always achieve that balance.
Some people would argue that, yeah, NBA Youngboy has a good singing voice. I think at times he does, but Rod Wave sounds like he's keeping that polish on it, right?
Most definitely.
Yeah, so I like it.
With DaBaby and Ghetto Girls, we have his crazy lyrical Stanley Kubrick approach to making music videos, where he's got some really out there scenes that he's remaking what song from back in the day?
Project Bitch by Cash Money. You know, the beat at least is that same Manny Fresh style. So he's taking that same beat and modernizing it and putting his own spin on it, talking about he loves ghetto girls. And also in the video, he's doing a lot of these scenes that you would have seen in Friday. He even mentions that in one of the lines, how he doesn't want a girl if she's never seen the first Friday, you know, and basically how that chick ain't on his level. So he kind of he spazzes on the track. He had a good lyrical flow for the first time in a while.
The music video is pretty funny and it's pretty crazy. And then at one point, DaBaby is in bed with a giant teddy bear.
I didn't even understand.
I'm just like, what is going on? What are you going
He got your boy Desi Banks, one of the famous YouTube comedian that's been blowing up as kind of the main protagonist of the story. He's like getting in all this drama with his baby mama, getting locked up, and they're just like it's all just like over the top screaming. And I mean, DaBaby staying true to his very animated videos, and you know, he's like a modern day Ludacris with this stuff.
Well, and he's doing a really good job of film production.
Yes,
he has a great storyline where there's a beginning, middle, and end.
Yeah,
it hooks people in for the story narrative within hip hop, which is dope to see. Like new music right now following that story rapping.
Yeah.
But you know, at the very end, Desi Banks is getting put into a police car while at the same time DaBaby is like, and there's like the tables with the cash full of money. Yeah. And then after the music stops, it's like a whole extra scene where Desi Banks trying to fight off this ex-girlfriend that sees him with his new girl, and she's like screaming in the video, "Peekaboo, how?"
Yeah, nah, it was getting lit.
And DaBaby had some random Amazon box in his hand. Exactly. He's stuffing just wads of cash into it. And then the whole time he is physically trying to put her back in her car. He's like lift her up
with his back. He's a funny dude, man. I love what the DaBaby has been doing with his recent stuff, videos and music. I'm not always a huge fan of him as a rap artist, but I think what he's doing overall as an entertainer, where he doesn't consider himself purely just as a rapper.
Yeah, I can really feel off to 90 vibes with this, or even 2020 DaBaby vibes with this as well. And it's interesting, you know, and I'm a white dude, but I can see how significant this music video is to black people and the culture.
Yeah.
How well that's represented in here, and how nostalgic also the video gives that feeling
Friday,
too.
Yo,
yeah. I mean, I saw Friday growing up. Yeah, exactly. And it is also interesting when you're talking about the cash money and the millionaires and Lil Wayne and Birdman and back in the day, and how that changed into the Young Money after he signed Nicki Minaj and Lil Wayne, and to be able to see that generational growth even within this hip hop video is a pretty dope aspect of DaBaby. The Stanley Kubrick of hip hop music video creators.
When it comes to music videos, I don't think nobody really competing right now.
I can't sleep on DaBaby when it comes to that. So Lil Yachty with his new song Tesla, which apparently is not about the car, directed by Cole Bennett, Lyrical Lemonade.
Yeah.
I don't think there's very many bars in here that are memorable. You getting spoiled like the milk. Like this is about the extent.
I mean, it was interesting what the storyline of the song was going on. He was just talking about how people aren't really gangster, they're not hard in real life, how he can have people run up on him. It just the video,
and Lil Yachty, of course, is the Onyx of new rappers.
Exactly. Like I guess Lil Yachty tough. I don't know. I'm not gonna say he's not tough, right? I've never seen him get snuffed or nothing like that.
Yeah.
Like I mean, and compared to how soft people are nowadays, maybe Lil Yachty is tough.
The new Pop Smoke.
Yeah. Like maybe Yachty tougher than we think. I don't want to discredit him because I just don't know, right? And he is a very successful artist.
You look at Chance the Rapper and his Acid Rap album, which is a classic. It's great, but one of the things he says is that Chance the Rapper is a very friendly, nice, smiling type of person. But he's
also from Chicago.
He's from Chicago,
and it's a rough place. And
it is
gotta be rough.
Right.
You gotta be rough.
You don't know if he's strapped. I'm not gonna run up on Chance. As friendly as he is, I'm not gonna fuck with that.
Maybe you wouldn't want to run up on Yachty.
Maybe so.
The video was cool. But that's about all I can say. The art direction of the video was
with the matching colors,
like suburban horror story type thing.
It was colors. It was some Edward Scissorhands shit. It was a little real weird.
Clockwork Orange.
Yeah.
But overall, like, what else do you want me to say? The beat was good.
Well, can we agree that Lil Yachty just sounds good on features? He doesn't seem to bring the same kind of fire into his original work.
I think he leans very hard into who his audience is. And if he's on somebody else's track, he knows who their audience is.
That makes sense.
So he might go a little harder for a song that it's not a solo track. But on his solo tracks, I feel like they're very bare bones, very like spacey, like futuristic. And he's trying things that are not conventional, right? Very much like going to the Playboy Cardi, where it's just like hyphy vibe music. People were saying this song's about to change the game. I'm not sure.
Yeah, his YouTube comments on that video were saying that it's gonna make history, and I don't know if it's gonna make history. Now, I like Playboi Carti as background music. It's not something I listen to and I'm like, oh, I gotta listen to some rap god Eminem lyrics. I'm not gonna put on Playboi.
Like Nas to help me get my mind right and get a zone or something.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen, not with him. But at the same time, you know, there's a time and a place, and he fits into that vibe when you're in the Playboi Carti vibe, and that's dope. I don't know if there's ever a time where I'm like, I just need to listen to Yachty. I don't know if that's ever.
That would be to say that there was a time, just like we're talking about the new Gucci Man, right? I listened to the old Gucci Man before people would even give his music the time of day, because it was very raunchy and ghetto and centered around all this stuff. So it's like there was an era in time, just like Yachty's era in time is right now. So the people that probably listen to him probably enjoy whatever he's doing. But this wasn't for me. It wasn't at all, in no way, shape, or form.
From the jump.